Hi, welcome to this fifth tutorial on ixCube architecture concept design. Today we will talk about a single smart object, and it's found in solid faces, walls, panels. So if I drag and drop this component over a face, we will see a number of panels. Let's click on it and give a look at the parameters. So the first set of parameters is the frame. We can have the material of the frame and stainless steel, the depth of the frame. Let's put it 0.5, like that. Then we have the horizontal elements. We can have a rectangular or a circle section, and the thickness of the elements. So if I put it to 10 centimeters, we can see the thickness changing for the horizontal elements. So the same for the vertical elements. We can have a circular bar like that, or a rectangular bar. So I put it back now to rectangular frame and 5 centimeters the width. Panels. This is the interesting part. So I'll put back the frame to 0.05 centimeters, and in the panels we see rows, columns, and 5 materials named A, B, C, D. Let's give a look at the rows. The rows are these horizontal elements, and the first parameter we can read is the height pattern. And then we have an orientation. In the orientation we have bottom top, middle, and top bottom. So what does all this mean? Let's put the orientation bottom top. So the first row will be the bottom one, and the last one will be the topmost, bottom to top. Top to bottom means the first row will be the top one and the last one will be down, and middle, the first row is in the middle. So if I go back to the panels rows, the orientation is set to bottom top, so this is my first row, and we have the height pattern. As you see, there are 3 numbers, 1, 2, 2. Basically that means the first row is 1 meter high, the second row is 2 meters, and the third row is 2 meters. So let's change this, and I want the height of the first row to be 0.6, comma, the second one to be 1.6, then another row of 0. So as soon we have changed these parameters, this is my first row, 0.6, 0.6, then we have 1.6 meters and 0.8. Then it starts again, 0.6, 1.6, 0.8, and so on. So this pattern is repeated from bottom to top. The same happens for the columns. So these are the columns. Again, we have the orientation, middle. In this case we have from left to right, in from the middle, and from right to left. And the width pattern, so this is the width of these columns. In this moment it is 5, 3, 2, so this is 5 and then 3 meters, so it's quite large. If I set the width pattern to 1.3 meters, these are our panels. They're all constant 1.3 meters, starting from the middle, and then they end up with the size that remains. So we have created a grid of panels over a facade. Turning back to the panel parameters, we have 5 materials. A is set to gray. I'll put it to glossy green so we can see everything is green. I will put the material B to red, the material C to white. So we have three contrasted colors. The last row, we have the material pattern. In the material pattern, we can write A, comma, B. A letter separated by a comma is the column separator. So basically this means the first column is going to use material A, and the second column is going to use material B. But in the columns we have only one column defined, 1.3. This is the reason why everything is green. All the panels are getting the material A. We don't have a second column. If we write here B, all the panels become red because all the columns are getting the second material, the material B. So if we go back to the columns and we input 1.3, 1, we are making two different columns. The middle one is 1.3 meters, then we have a column of 1 meters, and then another one of 1.3, and so on. Now we have defined two columns. So in the material pattern we can specify A, comma, B. So the middle column will get the material A, that's a glossy green, and the second column will get the material B, and that's glossy red. That's nice, but we can do something a bit more.